So if we don't want to create like another global scale issue, like we gotta like do it better maybe.
That's like what we should do. Do you see that being implemented kind of in your day-to-day work? Do you see kind of like this should be, is this a goal that you guys are working towards?
Yeah, that's a good question. I think like our goal as a nonprofit is to like educate the public as much as possible, right? So like we are like all of our information is publicly available on websites. Like we are writing blogs about like here's how to unlock funding for like this type of project and like with the community benefits agreements. We're training like companies on how to apply to community benefits like related how to apply to grants with community benefits like plans in them. We're like we do a lot of educating actually as a nonprofit. So like maybe in the absence of the actual developer of that technology or that industry, doing it themselves, like nonprofits can play that role and really work with like when we say like we work with that diverse stakeholders, this includes like community groups. But I think it's a bit like the advice that I just said also applies to ourselves. Like if we don't have a diverse workforce, we also don't know who to educate, right? Like we need the people from all different like areas like rural, urban, or like, thinking about where these projects are and will be and like thinking about the like yeah, just like who has faced these injustices. Like we need their voices in our room in our projects. And we also need these projects to be scoped to include things like seeing who is going to have more environmental harms from this like technology. How do we mitigate it? How do we like add more sensors, create more regulation? If we're going to install like a carbon, pipeline or like a carbon well, like yeah, I think it's a double layered thing where we are as a nonprofit also need to make sure we're getting everyone in the room. And I think we could improve on that. I think like we're trying to problem solve like without everyone in the room right now. That's like what.
Goal is to get more people from different backgrounds into the room and interested in this type of work and showing
Mhm.
them that they can kind of like make an impact by working in these type of interesting problems, working with all these diverse stakeholders.